Good day, podcast community. Pete Kane here, Podcast Pete, creator of Podcast Academy and a community of thriving people that want to achieve big things, want to make an impact. So, what we're here, I want to talk to you about live events in Kennesaw. Now, why should you attend? And 3 tips to win this current revolution. If you stay to the end, we got a gift for you. Okay. So, live events, why are they important? Well, live events, people have to connect. We've been disconnected. We saw what COVID did to us by being isolated. So, relationships only happen when you're with people. You can't text emotion. You can't be on this. I mean, I do these just so I can communicate content to you, help you grow. Now, our live event that we do each month in Kennesaw at Grace Church is a place for you to learn how to speak. Now, why is that important? Well, one on many is always a good thing, but when you speak, you learn how to communicate, how to connect, and how to be available for talks. Plenty of organizations, groups, they want good speakers. You just don't, you're not born a good speaker. It's a skill that's developed. And absolutely, fear comes into it because next to death, public speaking is the second biggest fear to dying. So if you, which I know people that are, I know a person, I invited him twice to speak, and twice he had the weakest excuse. And finally, I called him out. He's afraid to speak. You know what that is? You're focused on yourself. You're focused on who you are, how you look. Will I say the right thing? And that will never win. You have to focus on what you have to share. Pick a person in the audience and speak to them personally. What if you could change 1 life, 2 lives, 3 lives, 4 lives with your message? Would you do it? If you had the cure to cancer and they asked you to speak for 5 minutes, would you do it? Of course you would. But we all go internal. We think of ourselves. How am I going to look? Will people judge me? Will I not say the right thing? Who gives a rip? Just go out there and do it. And we teach people to do it. 5-minute talks, 3 topics, 5 minutes. So you come, you meet people, you build relationships, you make connections, you learn from people, you are in community with people. It's Saturday morning. What the heck are you going to do on Saturday? 10 o'clock to 11:30. It's always the third Saturday now. There can be exceptions, so check our calendar, which I'll put it up here for those that, let me see, where is it? There, right there. So you go to pk.me/live, and then there's an event right there. You have to register. So register, come build relationships, connect, be around people that are making a difference, be around people that are bold and are going to make an impact and are having fun. It rubs off. It's amazing what happens. Meet the greatest people you'll meet, and then get on my podcast because we select speakers from our podcast guests, people that we know are bold, want to make an impact, and have fun. People like Glenda Hicks. Glenda, I remember when I first asked her to come and speak, didn't give her nothing. I gave her nothing. I just said, would you speak? The morning, I mean, it was like no direction. She went up there and crushed it because she's passionate about making an impact with our nonprofits, helping the communities thrive. Because if a nonprofit thrives, the community thrives. She has learning. She has gamified learning for nonprofits to help you bond, learn skills, and become a better nonprofit, grow an impact. And so she speaks. You can hear her right here on this page, pkane.me/live. Google her. Glenda Hicks, 501impact.org. An absolute woman that's making it happen. She's pouring into our nonprofits, pouring into helping them. Because if you don't know leadership, you don't have the ability to grow, recruit good people for your board, be able to share your message, then you're going to be a well-kept secret. That's not a strategy for nonprofits and not a strategy for life, but it's especially not a strategy for nonprofits. So come and see people like Glenda Hicks, and you'll be so glad you met her. Because if you're a nonprofit, you want her gamifying learning experience. Here's a person that created a game around learning. There's going to be hundreds of thousands of these games in America, hundreds of thousands, because Glenda is on the move. And you're going to hear from Glenda Hicks. You're going to hear from 501cimpact.org. And you'll hear her speak. She'll be at this one on the 18th of January. Now, if it's past the 18th of January, just go back to the page and see what our next one is. Just make sure you don't show up and nobody's there. But we're usually there every third Saturday. But occasionally we have conflicts and we have to change, but very seldom. We've got February and March. We're about to confirm those. But come make connections, learn, grow, become a speaker by being on our podcast, because podcast is speaking anyway. Come on there. Don't let fear. Don't feed your fear. Feed the other side courage. Be bold. Make an impact. Have fun. Enjoy. Life's too short to be fearful. It just is. I can tell you some horror stories, but that's a podcast for another day. But you'll hear a variety of speakers. We have scheduled, we usually have 10 an hour. So it's an MC, we got a wonderful guy MCing, and then a master behind the streaming. You'll be able to see it on stream. So this gives you the ability to learn, to grow, to connect. Now, as we get into this new crazy revolution that's happening, 5 of them coming together, 5, not one. I said the current revolution should be 5 revolutions. Is that right? Yeah, I think so. Whatever. Okay. Entrepreneurial, digital, crypto, Bitcoin leading it, AI revolution, technology changing the world. And if I've said it on another podcast, leading experts a lot smarter than I think about 30% of the workforce is going to be displaced. So you want to be sharpening your skills, learning, growing, meeting people, learning to speak, being part of connecting with people. And if you do that, you'll be one of the 70% that has a job or has an opportunity, because the entrepreneurial revolution is happening too. So many people are going from consuming content to creating. Average person watches 4 hours of TV a day and consumes 2 hours of social media. That's 6 hours, 18 hours. Let's say you sleep 8 hours. That's 30% of your life on autopilot, consuming other people. Why not create your opportunity? Create your life. Design your life. It starts with a decision to change your habits, change how you live your life, and live a life of excitement, and be able to make a difference in the world, make an impact. Be bold, make an impact, and have fun. So that's your decision. Come join us. Go to pkane.me/live, register, bring a friend. We love to have you. We love to connect you. We love to introduce you to people. You can meet our speakers. Then, if you want to be on my podcast and be selected as a speaker, go to take our assessment so we can better understand what you're doing, what your goals, what your dreams are, and then we'll do a podcast with you. We've done over 350. We'd love to have you on there. So go to petekane.me, select whether you're an entrepreneur, want to grow and scale your business, select that, take the assessment. If you're a nonprofit like Glenda and you want to grow and scale your nonprofit for greater impact on your community and grow your community through your nonprofit, then select 2. Or if you're a corporate professional and you want to transition to a life of freedom and entrepreneurship, it's hard. And it's not for the weak at heart, because you got to get used to failing. You got to be used to trying. You got to used to pushing yourself. You got to used to have deadlines. You have to used to creating value. If that's something you're interested in, then click number 3. And when you do that, your life can change, because you better be ready, because the 5 trends are happening, whether you are a part of it or not. We want you to be a part of it in all seriousness. Be a part of it. Join us. So be bold, make an impact, and have fun. And I'm going to give you a little gift. petekane.me/masterclass. That's our ecosystem. You can, just by doing that ecosystem, number 1 is assessment, 2 is podcast, 3 is high performance coaching, 4 is our magazine, 5 is growth day, 6 is brand ambassador, 7 is, let me think. 7 is send out cards. 8 is social media amplification. Well, I think they flipped them. 9 is AI. You got to learn AI, because if you don't, you're going to be left behind. And 10, I know there's another one there. Doggone it. I didn't hold it. Yeah, no, I don't have it on it. But go in there and check it out. I can look and see. Live event. Live events was number 8. Yeah, we're doing live events. Okay. So those are the 10. And then we have a bonus one, Buy Back Your Time, by expert Dan Martell. He'll teach you how to buy back. There's so much free content out there. You got to invest it in yourself. Consume a little bit of that instead of watching Netflix all day and soap operas. Get better at the game. Get better at your life. And you will be glad when you did. So be bold, make an impact, have fun. Be bold, make an impact,